Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Shane Gilfeather, and you have joined us for round 4 of the V8 Championship for 2025. And tonight we are racing from Symmons Plains down in Tasmania, a little place called Perth. And plenty of action here. A crowd favourite due to the hairpin, and plenty of action all round the circuit. I've got my favourite commentator back in the commentary box, David Baker. How you going, buddy?
I'm good, Shane. Yourself?
Not too bad. It's good to have you back in the commentary box.
Yes, it is good to be back, and hello everyone around the world. How are we all? And yeah, looking forward to tonight.
Well, as I said, we are in Symmons Plains. It is the 4th round of the championship. It is Craig Broadbent's taken out all 3 rounds so far, but Scott Flack's been very close to him all season, and he's looking very strong at Symmons Plains. Just show the formalities for tonight. It's round 4, 30-minute race 1, 50-minute race 2. That's going to be 55 laps for these boys. It's compulsory pit stop as well for 4 tyres, and it's a short 2.41 kilometre circuit. So lapping around here is going to be quite common, especially when you choose to do a long pit stop. You almost will fall a lap behind depending on where you're at. Now, before we get going, we'll bring up the season standings. We do have 2.5 minutes in the qualifier session left, and as you can see on P1, it is Craig Broadbent extended his lead after Pukekohe, and he is on a perfect score so far. Scorecard is 60. Scott Flack behind him, looking strong tonight and looking to bridge that gap. He's in P2 for Superfly Racing, and in P3, moving up 2 spots, is Daniel Opotasano from Queensland in the Dope Racing team, Bada Bing Motorsports. James Spotto, Dave, is up in P4 and doing very well, very solid for the season. Very impressed by James Spotto this year. You'll see him in the Sprite colours, so make sure you cheer him on. Eric Chandra from Indonesia, he's in P5, status quo. So too Justin Bryce after a shocking round by his standards. At Pukekohe, he had VR issues and had to go to the screen, which he wasn't used to. Took him a bit to get used to. Matt Collins was a no-show. Unfortunately, couldn't make it. Looks like he can't make it tonight, so he'll be dropping down the order as well in P7. Craig Stoddard is here tonight for BS Motorsport. And Antonis Papanopoulos was quite dominating in the wet last week and had tech issues. Unfortunately, he can't make it with us tonight. Racing with us all the way from Greece, representing Arion Sim Racing Team. And in P10, Andrew Chiloui's not here, Dave. Very disappointing. But, you know, these guys can't make every round all year long.
No, definitely not. Andrew was good at Pukekohe from what I could see while I've been away, and sadly he won't be running tonight. But we still have a lot of cars, so we'll see what the boys can do at this tight little racetrack that we've got, and hopefully they can put on a good show for the fans.
Well, we can see Scott Flack is currently at the head of the pack still after a solid practice. He's still the gap's getting shorter and closer with these guys. Flacky's posted a 51.8. He actually got under the 51s into the high 50s, so the other guys were a bit scared, but looks like it's starting to come to them. The top 3 very strong there. Look at Ross Licciardi, Dave, in P4, very strong for the second of the Bada Bing Motorsport team.
Yeah, he's not far behind at the moment. He's just behind Daniel with a 51.649. So he'll be one to watch. Oppo will definitely be another. Oh, he just got sideways just then. Oppo is just going through the last corner. I don't think the boys want to be doing too much of that tonight.
No, it's not the track. They need to look after the tyres. It's a long, long straight. This is going to be very much a drafting circuit as well. If the pack can stay together, going to look very strong as Ross Licciardi has finished his hot lap. Justin Bryce just parks it on turn 1 as we went to camera, and it's Rob Logan also in the field, currently in P7, still out there, just under a second. It looked like he just got too hot, and yeah, pushing it too much and puts it in the dirt. Eric Chandler parked
Eric's
in.
down in position 8 at the moment. He's just done a 52.269, so he's a bit off the pace at the moment.
Yeah,
But they're all back in pit. I think that's qualifying done. Yes.
Yes, it does look like qualifying's over. Dave, I've just got a bit of feedback there.
Oh, yep.
And so that is the end of qualifying. Dave, if you want to tell the guys at home the results for qualifier session.
It's not coming up for mine at the moment. We're having problems with that.
All right, so Scott Flack is on pole with a 51.058. Almost getting into the 50s, like practice. Maybe the conditions have changed. Just ahead of Craig Broadbent on front row. Daniel Opedisano's P3. Next to him, his teammate Ross Licciardi and cousin. Justin Bryce in the Service Australia entry. He'll be starting from P5 next to James Spotto in P6. Rob Logan behind him. Then Eric Chandler 8, Craig Stoddard and Troy Cieslowski rounding out the top 10. So what we're going to do is set the grid and get to race 1. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Daniel and Flacky and
All right,
Craig.
Welcome back. We are in race 1. Ready. The countdown is on. Actually, Scott Flack. Slow off the line. I just need to make a quick adjustment for you guys at home. Please excuse me.
Flack, you gonna go anywhere then?
Sorry about that with the noise. Scott Flack, slow off the line there, but Opedisano, Broadbent's out by himself. Licciardi just overshooting that hairpin. Craig Broadbent out the front with Daniel Opedisano. Bit of tech issues there, but we're underway now. Craig Broadbent out in front with Opedisano in P2. James Spotto in P3, David.
Yeah, definitely. Spotto looked like he got a good jump. Flacky, as you said, fell back from the start. Didn't go in the thing. Justin Bryce there, he's moved up. So Flacky's got some work to do now. And Was Lixiali behind Flacky as well. But yeah, definitely James Spotto in that drink car and the spike car is doing well at the moment.
Yeah, so Flacky dropping 4 spots there. It's not what you want to do when you want to chase the championship leader. They are 5 seconds behind, and you'll be able to see them in the screen up the top there as Spotto's coming to the hairpin. Very nice. Flack's got to get past Justin Bryce. And
Daniel's got a one on Craig, by the way, too. He was really close in that thing as they come down into the second last corner. But Flacky is going to have some work to do, and Craig at the moment, he's just nice and calm out in front, but he got Oppo there chasing him. Through turn 1 now, Flacky white on, Oppo white on the back of Craig at the moment. Nice colour scheme on Craig's car, by the way. That looks really good.
Yeah, that's a new colour scheme for tonight, actually.
Down to the hairpin we go. Craig gets one good through there, nice and soft. Oppo will follow him. James Spotto still in third. Stroy's coming up the back. But right now, those 2 front runners are just cleaned out in their race of their own. Eric Changa, he's a bit far back. I'm really surprised at that.
Yeah, it's not his top form, just getting a lot of unfortunate incidences on this year. He's been quite strong last couple of years, but P9 is not where he wants to be and not where he's used to either. Craig Stoddard up into P7. Oh, actually, he started P7, but Ross Licciardi trying to get past him on the outside, right up around the outside now. They're going to hit the wall as we go to the next camera. We missed that one, but off they go down the straight.
He pulled that off nice. Well, parked it up on the side there and just said, see you later. Now he's just got to break it nicely in the hairpin here. You don't want to overdrive the hairpin. You overdrive that hairpin and you got to do what a couple of boys did last year and head off into the Killy leader, and that's not a good spot to be.
Yeah, trying to reverse in a hairpin with no visual as to who's behind you. You really have to make sure no one's there before you actually back it up. And you can't spin it around there either, David. It's a sand trap, so you'll be lucky to get out of there alive, to be honest.
Once you're stuck in there, that's pretty much your race over. Oh, Eric just got a little bit sideways in the last corner then. You don't want to be doing too much of that. Flacky's sort of working his way back. He's up to position 4. So James Spotto's still in third at the moment. Let's see what they do down the hairpin here. Flacky's just got to play it nice and safe. Doesn't want to do anything too over thing now. He's just got to play it smart and get his rhythm back and not get too close to that wall. You hit that inside wall coming out of the hairpin and you're going to end up in the grass. You don't want to be doing that. Especially with the... go ahead.
You also lose that top speed down the main straight as well. Yeah,
definitely indeed. If you get out of that slipstream, that's it. You're going to not be able to keep up with him. But Flacky's got right underneath James almost there. James is getting a little taily in the back end. You don't want to be doing too much of that. Flacky. Don't want to do that, mate. Back to the front we go. Craig and Daniel Oppozano, 1 and 2. Championship leader. Oppo having a look, but he just pulls it back in. Right up the back of Craig now. Oppo come out of there really well. Let's see what he does. He's just got to stay in that slipstream at the moment. You want to be getting out of that.
He's got to get the run on Broadbent down the back straight, and it's this next corner he needs to make the move. The hairpin is a high risk, and you'll sacrifice the run down the back straight if you come undone. And like you said, touch the fence, you lose top end speed.
Not only that, if you can just get that nice corner exit out of the hairpin, you're going to set yourself up where you be alongside in the slipstream with these cars. You can have a drag race down there, but then you've got to break it up at the end of the corner. And you don't want to be overshooting that corner because a whole lot of stuff you could end up going out into the weeks down the bottom.
We'll see Flacky just foxing it up the inside, trying to get Spotto to defend. but Flacky might get a good run down here.
James Spotto saying no, come catch me, Flacky. James is really focusing this year. From what we've seen of Booker Coe, he didn't do too bad, but he's really knuckling down and making Flacky work for it.
Well, he's definitely posting good results this year, being, you know, up in the championship as well.
Definitely, indeed. From last season to where he is right now, he's having a good crack at it, and he's making Flacky work. Flacky just raises up, or Flacky gets a bit sideways. Flacky doesn't want to be doing that and overcooking these tyres too much, because he's got to keep up with the fact that Craig and Oppo are way out in front at the moment, and if you get those tyres just to the fact that they're too much, your race is pretty much done. You'll just fall back. Justin there, Ross, Eric, Craig Scott, he's way back, and Troy coming out the back. Troy's in his race of his own. He just taking it easy. Doesn't want to overwork those tyres at the moment. Back to Flacky and Craig, James Spotto.
Spotto just going a bit wide there. He's not really defending, just choosing that wide line as well.
I think Flacky's burning those tyres just a little too much at the moment. He has been getting that car a little taily, but he's just got to settle it down. James is just racing his own. You don't want to be hitting that wall either. You come out too wide in that wall, you got to clip it, and it's just going to give more damage. Craig's starting to get away from Oppo too.
Spotto just defending on the inside there. He knows what Flacky's move is, and he's going to defend it each time. Again, he's going to be driving in his windscreen as we take a look at the inside of James Spotto, and you can see there Scott Flack in the rear vision mirror. He's covering the inside, but look at that, Flack right around the outside under brakes. Great move there from Spotto.
Wow.
Flacky.
That was picture perfect. Flacky just got the draft then and just went around the outside and said thank you for that. Now Flacky's just got to now focus and try to bring the margin back. Even on the first two boys, they're gone. They're in a race of their own at the moment. So Flacky's just got to keep it cool now. He played that well. Like I said, that draft down the back straightaway will help you if you get it just right. You'll be able to drive around like Flacky did just then.
So looking further down the pack, we've got Logan and Licciardi battling it out as well. Rob Logan in the Bendix, and that is Licciardi right behind. The gap only just over half a second there. If Licciardi can manage to get in the draft, he may get it or get close enough. Coming into the heavy braking, heavy left-hander where we saw Flack overtake Spotto for P3.
Yeah, definitely indeed. He's just got to stay with him. He's fallen off the pace just a little. You just, don't want to be doing that in that last corner. You don't want to be sliding in there like a drift car. He's just got to settle down. He's lucky then. You could see the car coming over the crease then. It just wanted to step out a little, but he just balled it back and said, nah, we'll keep it there. Eric Chang's is slowly catching up with these two boys at the moment. Justin Bryce up in position number 5, I think he is.
Yeah, P5 for Justin Bryce.
Yep. But Craig and Oppo at the moment are just, they're just chasing each other. These two have been chasing each other for years, and it's always been Craig out in front of Oppo. Oppo will sometimes have an advantage over Craig, but right now Craig's wanting to just keep winning and doing what he's doing at the moment out in front. But that car, wow, that is a lovely colour.
Quite fluorescent on screen as well, quite bright.
Well, Craig just got a
lock up there.
Lock up then. Just see him tailing just a little. You don't want to be doing that, because that would let Oppo come back in. Oppo's just sort of fallen off a little bit. He can catch back up down here. We'll see what happens in the last corner. No, Oppo's not close enough. Craig's just cruising in his own world at the moment. Oppo gets close. I think the fact is that Oppo gets close in certain corners and he catches up to Craig, definitely in the hairpin, and then Craig just drives away down the back straightaway. Oppo got wide then, he locked it, and car just wanted to keep going. You don't want to be doing that. Those tyres will not be having that thing right now, because if you lock up that too much, you're going to just win the race. So Oppo's just got to settle down a little bit. They are believing they would be on the soft tyres.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the tyre compounds for the race. Looks like they are all on super softs.
Okay, well, you don't want to be churning them up too much. It is a long race at the moment. They've got a second one coming with a compulsory fix-up, so they just got to settle down. Craig's just driving a little bit more careful now, so Daniel's just got to settle down that little bit and try to claw him back.
Looks like Chantra's catching on the back of this group now, making a three-way battle. That's for P6. Rob Logan in that position at the moment. And are we seeing him close in on Justin Bryce with just on 4 seconds to chase? The boys behind. Chandra up on the back of Licciardi. Look how close they're getting. He's right on the back of Licciardi. As Licciardi used up all his tyres.
Eric's just going to play it nice and smart here right now. He'll have one. If he's close enough, he'll have a go in the hairpin, but he doesn't look close right now. So he'll just back it off a little and settle it down. Eric's just come out of there nice and clean. Now it's a three-way battle down the back straightaway. Eric's probably the closest to these two right now. He's just got to pick them off one by one and get that slipstream and you'll be perfectly fine. Oh, Eric closed up quite a lot then. He got the one on the main straightaway. Oh! Wow. Eric's got to have a go. No, he's seen it and had the door shut. Don't. Oh, he
just
might.
Just a bit hot there for Licciardi, allowing Chandra. Now it's going to be a drag race. We're on board with Eric Chandra now chasing Licciardi. Will he get up on the inside under brakes? He does close up. Or is Licciardi going to lock up again? No, perfect braking. It's a launch out and a bit of a tap, which has cost Chandra a bit of time down the main straight. Or down the back straight, I should say. Still on board the Indonesian from HM Engineering.
If Eric does that through turn one and lunges it all the way up to the hairpin, he'll have a go. But he's just got to get it on that white thing. Like he said, he's done it again here. He's just got to follow him through now. Oh, Eric's really having a crack at this. Get it in, stop, perfect. Get a nice one. He's right there, so he's just got to follow him all the way through now to the hairpin.
Getting up close to the arm cone now on the exit of turn 3. Drag race, here we go up the inside. Oh, he does enough. Oh, bit of a touch there from Chandra under brakes.
Having a good scuffle here. They're not taking each other out, and that's what you want to see. You want to see good racing. You don't want to see someone stick it down there and then touch them and they spin out, because then that's just not good. But the boys are giving each other a lot of room. Eric coming back up, closes him real quick. Oh.
Bit of a tap there. Licciardi braking a bit earlier, or unexpected from Chandra. This is Chandra on board. Licciardi in front. See the difference in braking. Chandra hotter in. Looks like Licciardi's really playing as safe, because we did see him lock up there and that cost him some time. He wants to hold that position. We've only got 5 laps to go, Dave. And this is the closest battle on track. This is for P7. Locking up again. Chandra up the inside.
Eric's not getting the one. He's not getting that one out of the hairpin. Licciardi's doing everything he needs to do right now, but Eric's just making that small little mistake coming out of the hairpin. He gets it down coming up to the hairpin, but then he loses that little bit just coming out. See, he comes back up close again, right underneath the 36. Eric's just got to play it nice and smart. See, Eric goes in, tries to go in and then come out, and that's where Ross Licciardi right now is doing a lot better through 1 and 2. Eric gets close. See, you've got to get that one, and he's just lacking that little bit of one coming down to the hairpin right now. And that's what's keeping Licciardi in that position.
Let's watch Chandra try and go up the inside. Is he close enough? He may see that Licciardi's struggling on the older tyres, I should say. And he look, the gap's pretty much staying the same. Licciardi doing a fantastic job with just under 5 laps to go. We'll go to the front of the field now. Craig Broadbent out in front, stretching that lead ahead of Daniel Opposano. And here comes Flacky, hot on the tail.
Oppo's fallen off a little bit too. He was up with Craig, but he's just fallen off. But Flacky is on a charge. Flacky's really the one that's chasing Oppo. I reckon Flacky will get him if he just keep pushing that car a little bit. I think Oppo might have had a mistake somewhere because he was right up the back of Craig, and now all of a sudden he's falling back into the clutches of Flacky.
Well, Flacky's on the charge. He does have the fastest lap of the race so far. And his last lap was half a second on Opposano, which if he's only 1.5 back, he only needs 3 laps. And that's exactly how many laps are left in this race. Can he get it done? He's taken another half second off. So he's chipping half a second off. As you can see the gap on the screen, your top left-hand corner of the screen, the gap is 1.3. Not quite enough because, again, Dave, it's one thing to catch, it's another to pass. And Oppo's...
Definitely, indeed. You got to pass. If you go catch him and then you can't find a way to pass, you got to be stuck behind. But Oppo then coming out of the hairpin, he just got that little sideways, and you can see the smoke come off the tyre. You don't want to do that and give Flacky that little inch to say, get closer, because once Flacky gets... Oh, Oppo. He's locking that car, and it's just fishtailing ever so thin, but Flacky is getting closer. And you don't want Flacky to sniff, because once he gets a sniff of to come close, he will pounce on it like no tomorrow. And Flacky is right there. So Oppo's just going to have to keep it calm and not let Flacky get in too much.
The gap under 1 second now. Flacky, I'm sure Oppo's well aware that the red and white beast is in his windscreen. Look at the closing up on the hairpin. The tyre whisperer, Scott Flack, is at it again. And he's on the charge. That gap now, you can see it on screen. Half a second with 2 laps to go. He can get it done if he chooses the right spot to do it.
I think Flacky might get him at the hairpin. If he comes out of turn 1 and 2 and gets close enough to Oppo, I think Flacky will get him in the hairpin. But then it's coming out of the hairpin and keeping it now, because Flacky is really closing that gap even further. I reckon Flacky will be making that car as big as anything in Daniel's mirror right now, saying, I am right here. Look at Flack. He's got to just get that a little closer. He's in the slipstream. He's having a look, but he'll cut back in. He's as close as anything. Oh, he wanted to have a go, but Flacky got out of that hairpin well then. So it's just got to be a Flack. Will he try anything down the last corner? He's not close enough right now. I reckon maybe one more lap left and Flacky will have a go.
Well, we're going to see on this one, Flacky just locking up on the initial braking there, but he's closed right up. Opposano struggling on those tyres. It looks like Broadbent's only just in front of these two, but he'll have enough on the last lap, the final lap now. The white flag is out, and it's Flacky got to make one last throw at the hairpin. You can see him lock up slightly, and that affected his launch on the out. He's just got to time it. He's either got to get it coming into the hairpin or build up the run down the back straight. Oh, look at him locking up. Look at that gap, nothing in it. Getting back on the gas. He's going to tuck it in now, Dave.
He's really close. He's having a go at it too, and Troy is up there at the lap car, so these boys are just going to have to play this smart. Flacky might have one shot at this down the last corner. He's having a look. Oh, I don't know. Oppo's getting it sideways. You don't want to be doing that, Flacky. Right on the tail tank. Oppo might just hold on. Well done, boys. Well done. That was a good race. Well done, boys.
So Craig Broadbent taking the lead there. James Spotto crossing the line for P4. Well done to him. Brycey coming solid in P5. That's his number for today. And Rob Logan benefiting from the battle between Eric Chandra and Ross Licciardi. And there it is. Chandra getting it done on Licciardi. And that's them two across the line. the Fender boy coming across to take P9, and that leaves Troy Cieslawski already in the pits, completing his race.
Blackie won't want to do what he did at the start in race 2. He'll want to really knuckle down for race 2, but that was good racing. Flacky and Oppo, they've been racing for quite some time, and to show that, we look forward to the second race. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so results for race 1 is Craig Broadbent, solid out front, very solid and smooth, taking the win. Congratulations after 23 laps ahead of Daniel Pedasano, just defending against the ever-charging Scott Flack. He's going to be really disappointed that he fluffed the start. And James Spotto collecting P4, and ahead of Justin Bryce, doing a solid job back on the VR, and he'll be happy with that one in front of Rob Logan with some breathing space in front of Eric Chandra in P7, Ross Licciardi right behind him in P8, then it was Craig Stoddart, Troy Cieslawski, your top 10. All right, guys, you know what to do at home. It is getting ready for race 2, a few commercials, and we'll be back. Stay tuned.
Baba, what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
这家伙, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You got my back this time, right? You got some fun.
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down.
Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Anisha, you hear that?
Pick on him, top left.
Bet. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, welcome back. It is race 2. We've got Troy Kozlowski, Craig Stoddard on the front row, Ross Licciardi and Eric Chandra. It is the reverse grid of race 1 results, and that is your grid for tonight. Craig Broadbent sideways there. Let's watch the front of the pack. It is Troy Kozlowski, Craig Stoddard. Great launch from Kozlowski. Both of them, look at that, into turn, through turn 1. Oh, few people crossing the paths, and it is all off there.
That's not what you want to see in the race 2. Troy, I think, just come over Eric Chang's as well. Here's a replay. Troy got a good start, and so did Eric Chang's, and I think Troy's just come over. Oh, Eric Chang's, you don't want to be doing that. That's why Eric went off for.
Yeah, I was looking at Troy Cieslawski. So it is Cieslawski settling back into P10. Up the front, it is Scott Flack and Craig Stoddard raining on Stoddard's parade. Scott Flack too strong into the final corner. Oh, someone was coming in hot down the back. Licciardi in P3. Then it's Justin Bryce in 4. Logan 5. Opposano in the background going hot, but he's managed to pull it back up. Spotto falling back into P8 there as well. But it's Flack from the mid-pack. It's already up the front. Craig Broadbent still got a lot of work to do. Oh, Licciardi and Bryce there. No, it's Stoddard and Licciardi. Stoddard on the inside, bright orange Fanta car. Bryce trying to go round the outside now. There we go.
Flacky's made a good start and said, see you later. He's made a better start than race 1 and Flacky's just bulked it. Craig Stoddard in the Fanta car right now is up to position 4. Justin Bryce from the back has come up to position 3. Ross Licciardi in 2nd. But Flacky's out in front. Where's Oppo? He's in front of Ross.
Up in front of Rob Logan. So Oppo up into P5 now.
Craig's back there as well. And Eric Chang's just coming back. Oh, Ross has got a little bit sideways. Don't want to be doing that. Craig's going to be all over him in a smart seat. Craig will stick down the inside and get it down at the hairpin. Yes, Craig just, no. Oh, yep. No, Craig will stick it down there. Oh, a bit touch and rub. You don't want to be doing that. A hit and one.
You say touch and rub.
Yep.
Sounds pretty bad, buddy. All right. So Scott Flack posting yet another fastest lap of the race at 51.6. The closest behind him is 53.2. He is gone, as they say in the Lloyd's auctions. Oh, Stoddard under a lot more heat now. He's got Bryce, and that is Oppo trying to get through as well. Look at this, Broadbent.
Craig's up on those curves like no tomorrow. He's bouncing, got sparks coming left, right, and centre. These boys are going to settle down. Right now, but Craig's in a sandwich between Oppo. Oppo's just got to stick down the inside. You don't want to be mucking around. Oh, just sink it in there. Oh, no, you don't want to be doing that. Oh, Craig's got to say thank you very much and see you later. I think Ross just got a little bit on the brakes then.
We'll see what happened here because someone sent it big time. And we saw, that's Rob Logan just locking up hard, collecting the back of Stoddard.
That's going to put a bit of gimmicks on that car now. That's going to have a little bit of steering issues on that car. If not, maybe a flat spot on the tyre as well. Eric Chang's is now catching back up. The boys have just got to settle down. Oh, 2 team cars. You don't want to be taking your teammate out. James will look to the outside of Craig. This is a dangerous move. If he can pull off, it'll be a good one, but Craig's right there saying, nah, you're going to go the long way. Oh, James just gets a bit sideways. There'll be a drag race down the back straight away. That drafting is, oh, they're touching. Clean racing. Well done, boys. Keep it together.
It's another battle here. Oppo up the inside of Justin Bryce there. Broadbent trying to get up the back as well. There is Stoddard. Oh, that's Spotto and Logan. Chandra trying to get a piece of that action as well, making it a 4 car battle for P6 there.
James Spotto's car's got a little bit fishtaily over that top of that curve there on the main straightaway.
Oh, so the cousins and teammates, no team orders there as Licciardi flying under heavy braking right around the outside, makes it work. How did he do that, Dave?
I have no idea, but he is doing really well. He's keeping Daniel behind, saying, you want this position, you have to go right around and pass me. But good job to Ross right now. He's really sticking it to the boys and saying, catch me if you can.
Broadbent in the background trying to get through Justin Bryce there. But it's the Bada Bing boys in P2 and 3. Scott Flack is
Geo gone.
dust up the road.
Flacky's just Geo gone at the moment. He's in a world of his own saying, come catch me. But the thing is that Flacky, with this gap that he's got right now, he's going to have to be careful in the pit area. Look what happened at Booker Cody when he got, he made a mistake in the pit because he didn't want to thing. So Flacky's just going to have to be very smart about this. Oh, Wasp gets up on the grass. Oppo's right behind. And Justin and Craig. So this is going to become a 4-car battle right now for second.
Yes, it already is. They're all within a second of each other. Spotto's hoping they keep battling each other. Look at him flying down the back straight. Oppo up the inside. Very strong, but is he strong enough? Are we going to get the switch over? No, Bryce has blocked that switch over. So Licciardi's stuck out on the outside. Ross trying to get on that inside, but Bryce will give that spot back, but it's making him vulnerable to Broadbent.
Craig was up the inside saying, I want the piece of this as well. Craig White on underneath Justin at the moment. Justin's smart enough to know that he won't leave the door open for Craig right now. He'll say, I'm keeping that door shut and you're going to have to find a way around.
Oh! Just a bit of a tap there from Bryce, but Bryce yields, making sure that he doesn't pass Licciardi. But look at Spotto. Spotto's up the back now. Here we go. Down the back straight. Spotto right around the outside. He's going to get both of them under braking. He'll definitely get Bryce if Bryce doesn't defend, but he does. He takes the inside line. Switch over from Licciardi. Just touches the back of Bryce. This is the race we all wanted. And Licciardi off into the grass there. A lot of dirt coming up. Oh! Just taps Rob Logan.
It's all happening in race 2.
Very tight there, and we saw on the opening lap, unfortunately, Rob Logan has been bumped off the circuit. Spotto trying Bryce now. Tried the inside, then the outside. What's he going to do? He's going to brake early, get the inside run. Oh, Bryce is using all that rubber out on circuit. He's not leaving anything to waste.
Those tyres will be cooking up really bad right now, and Justin just lighting them up saying, I'm pushing this car, but he's got to be smart because James Spotto is right underneath that the back of that car right now. And James is just going to sit there and go, okay, well, we'll find a gap when it's the perfect time and pass you like no tomorrow. But right now, James is underneath Justin. Maybe turn 1 on the inside. No, James had a look and...
He's forced a mistake, and there he goes. Spotto taking the spot from Justin Bryce. Great move there.
Justin won't be happy with that. And now Rob Logan down the inside as well. Rob will have this...
Just going to the replay.
See, Justin just made a little mistake coming over the cross, and that was enough for James Spotto to go past. Nothing that Justin could do there. And Rob Logan has got Justin somewhere probably in the hairpin as well. Justin back up the inside. Rob's moving over. This slipstream is what we've been talking about. And there it is there. Oh,
that's Ross Licciardi there next to Justin Bryce. But now Licciardi, yes, under threat from Chandra and Stoddart coming up the back as well. Yet another 4-way battle. Justin Bryce is trying to get clear. Spotto further up the road now. He's not in this battle anymore.
I think the boys were playing it safe in the first race, and now they're just letting it all go in the second.
They're definitely bringing the entertainment. As Scott Flack, look at the lead now. 9.7 seconds up the road. Fastest lap of the race at 51.471.
That's probably the biggest lead at the moment Flacky's had. He just got to play smart. Craig Broadbent is in third. So that puts Oppo in second, James Spotto 4th, Justin Bryce 5th. Craig's just probably going to sing. It'll be interesting to see when the boys start pitting. Right now, they're just going to have to play it safe. Eric Chandler is getting closer to Ross Licciardi in the Bennett Bun car, so this will be interesting. We don't want to see what happened the lap prior, and Craig Stoddart as well. He's coming up on the back of Eric Chandler as well.
Well, all these battles, there's too many to look at, but this is the closest one on track. It is Ross Licciardi in P6. Eric Chandra from Indonesia. Up the inside, can he make it stick? No, he doesn't. He waits for another opportunity.
He had a look and then Ross just shut the door and said nope. Eric will just stay behind that back of Ross's car right now and try to get the slipstream. He's really close enough. He might have a look down in the last corner. Eric pulls out. Nah, comes back in and says, no, we'll just wait a bit. Or he gets really close, but Eric's like, let me show you the bumper bar of my race car right now. Yeah, Eric's got to be careful as well because Craig Stoddard is closing in on these two boys. And if these two boys make one mistake, Craig's going to be there and take both of it. Justin Bryce looked like he made a mistake in turn 1 because it's now back to a 4-car battle.
Yeah, very much back in the mix. Justin Bryce in his P5 position went wide, nice, quite wide.
Oh,
that was Licciardi just getting loose on the exit there. Comes across Eric Chandra. If he didn't touch, he's braking down the pack. I think he's given the position to Chandra.
Be wide almost. This has brought Craig in. I did say this. If these boys started making little mistakes, that Craig will be right there. Oh, Ross has just overcooked it a little bit then.
Yeah, that's him out of that battle now. It's down to 2 because Bryce has got further 1.5 seconds up the road. And the battle's now between Chandra and Stoddard.
Dang it, yeah, Craig Stoddard, he had that thing almost 3 wide. They were literally almost 3 wide down the back straightaway, and Ross just overcooked it a little bit at the last corner. Now the boys have sort of settled out a little. Eric, Mike, or Justin locked it up in the hairpin. You don't want to be doing that too much. Craig's getting closer and closer to Eric Chandler, but
he is closing in the gap under a second now, only 0.8. We saw Justin Bryce just power sliding through that hairpin. Not too sure if that's the way it's done, but you don't want to heat up these tyres. Like you said, Dave, if the temperatures get up, it's really hard to bring it back down while you're trying to maintain position. You just open yourself up to being passed, making yourself very vulnerable to be overtaken. So you must manage it 100%. And when you get the opportunity to overtake someone, that's when you spend a bit of rubber and temperature on the tyres, only for position.
If you overdrive these tyres too much, you're going to have nothing to fight with when the last 20 laps of the race, and then you're just going to be sitting there and they're just going to pass you like no tomorrow. They're going to think, okay, well, your tyres are not so good, where my tyres are fine, and you don't want to be doing that. You just want to be racing at a certain pace at the moment, just letting the race come to you, not pushing the car too much, not overpowering the car too much, because if you push it too much, the engine's going to either explode, or and then you're going to have a fire come out the back, and you don't want to be doing that, and your race is done for the night then.
Absolutely. If you look at the top 3 at the moment, Flack is in P1. If he stays in that position and Oppo stays in his position and Broadbent finishes in P3, it looks like Flacky will take the round, but it'll be very tight because Flacky picked up 15 points for race 1, and this would be 20 points. That'd put him on 35. Operasono finished second and second. That'll put him on 34 points. And Broadbent will be getting 20 plus 15, which is 35 points. So 1 point would be separating all 3 drivers, but because Flacky would win this race, he would take the round win on countback. So
the pit stop to come yet as well, and the pit stop will change everything in the complexion of this race at the moment too.
Absolutely. How well can you manage that pit limiter, not concede a penalty, not waste a full drive-through? Very costly here.
If you look back at Booker Coe, Troy's in the wall. I just got the glimpse that Troy has got out. He's lost his front bumper bar. If you look back at Booker Coe, when Flacky came in, he had so much drama in that pit area, and it really hurt him and cost him too. Troy Gazowski, unfortunately, just locking it up and going straight in. You don't want to be doing that, because unfortunately the bumper bars come off Troy's car. Troy will have to go into the pit and get that fixed.
Looks like he may come in. That barge board is exposed at the front. He may get the meatball. What's his front downforce going to do for that Baker?
the downforce on that race car will be handling not so well. If you take the bumper bumper off these cars, the downforce is absolutely as horrible as anything, and it's not good to drive these cars. The downforce means that you'll be spewing off probably in the kill leader. You won't be able to steer it as well. You won't be able to brake, and it'll be more harder to drive these cars too with no front downforce. But Flacky right now, he's in a world of his own. He is Geo gone. He's just cruising right now. He's having a Sungate drive. There's literally no one around. There is Oppo just coming into turn 1 now. So Flacky's up at the hairpin, just enjoying a Sungate drive. He's got no one anywhere near him. He's just letting the race come to him. Oppo is sort of just coming now, and Craig's there. So there's Flacky going down the back straight away. So Flacky's just driving nicely. Craig's sitting back there. The points, like you said, will be very tight in the points if Flacky stays as they are. But the pit stop is going to change everything in this race at the moment.
So Spotto back in P4 where he was for race 1. He'll be banking some valuable points too and strengthening his position in the championship.
James Spotto has really impressed me tonight. He's actually taken it to these boys and not saying, sitting here going, well, I'm just going to sit back here and let you boys have all the fun. He's really put the foot down and said, well, you know what, I want to have some fun with these cars as well and be up there racing with the boys and having a real good crack at it. Good to see Justin a little bit up high tonight after, oh, Justin, you don't want to be doing that too much.
No, he's got Eric Chandra breathing down his neck. Look at the gap there. This is now a battle on screen, which is what we want. This will be for P5. Chandra starting to get used to this circuit now and used to the hold and then the brakes. Bryce still locking up and burning up those tyres on exit. Can't afford to be doing that if you're going to defend against the Indonesian from HM Engineering.
You don't want to be doing that too much, especially coming out of the hairpin. You want to get a nice one into the hairpin and then a nice exit and just let it flow through there well and then have it all the way down to the last corner here and get it perfectly shined. This Symmons Plains Raceway is it's a hard kind of track to get right, but if you get a perfect lap, you know you've done well around here. And right now, Justin's just got to settle down, but like you said, Eric is right there and closing fast. Yeah, see, Eric's just got it perfect. Oh, Justin, you don't want it, like I said, in race 1, you don't want to hit that walk too much. You just want to come off the corner and down into the hairpin here. Be nice and gentle on the brakes like Eric did then. And punch it out through there and look at that. See, Eric's got now the inside and Justin's going to have to fight this. Eric's right there. They will go side by side. It's that draft you get. If you get that draft on the exit, you're perfectly fine. Eric will easily pass Justin. But Justin's not letting him think. He's making Eric work for it. Good pass. Well done. Good sportsmanship there. But Justin coming back. So, oh, Eric got sideways. Let's see what Justin does in turn 1. You got to be careful of that little crease there as well. You don't want to get that. And if he unsettles the race car, you can speed off into turn 1 in like Scott Pye did back a long time ago. Now Eric's got away. Oh, Eric locks up. Goes a little wide. Justin goes really and just sends in there. You don't want to be doing that. You'll burn the tyres up and have flat spots.
Yeah, the boys are starting to lock it up a bit now as they get into the hairpin. Either those tyres or toast. We are coming a halfway mark. Dave, is the undercut worth it here at Symmons Plains? Lap 23, it is about halfway. Do you want to get an advantage by getting in the pits early, getting some good quick laps while the guys are still struggling on the older tyres? Or do
the
you...
way he's at the moment, I'd say probably pit soon and the undercut may work. But then it depends on how far Oppo and Craig is back. You want to get in there perfect, get your fueling, get your tyres done. Do not overshoot that coming into the pit, because if you overshoot that, you got to get a black flag and then you got to get a drive through. So you got to make it perfect when you hit that pit limiter, and then the boys have got to just be straight on, get it done, and get back out. If you overshot there, you gotta cop a drive-through, and then that's gonna make your race not any funner then.
No.
I've done it a couple of times here at Symmons Plains, and I've overshooted it, and it gave me a drive-through. So maybe the undercut might work, but it's how you play it. But we'll see what happens when the boys come in. At the moment, they're still out there.
Well, the current lap times are still around the 52 seconds, so that's pretty good pace, to be honest. It's Scott Flack still posting the faster times out there by a little margin, only a tenth to 2/10. So it's starting to level out now. So once there's a big advantage for one of them, oh, penalty for Troy Jaslowski. That could be a pit lane infringement.
Well, someone's just gone off down the back in the last corner too, and Flacky has passed him, sorry for that. Flacky passed him. I don't know who went off, but there was a lot of dust in the background.
Oh, there's a lot of dust there. That's Chandra. So that brings Bryce back up.
Off. Wow. Eric was doing so well. So this battle has now reheated between Justin and Eric. Justin will just put us into turn 1 and say thank you. Craig Goddard in the Camaro. He's just sitting back there watching these two boys have their own little battle right now. Eric's just got to sort of get back on that thing. Maybe Eric's tyres are starting to go away a little, and Eric will think about pinning very shortly, or Craig hit the wall then. You don't want to be hitting that wall. You just want to come off the hairpin there, nice and gentle, and not do anything. There's Flacky going down into the hairpin now. This Symmons Plains Raceway is a really, it's a nice circuit, but it's a very tight, and here comes Justin in. So here we'll see if Justin's the first to come in, I think.
Yeah, that'll be Justin Bryce, the first one to blink. And like we said, that is under the halfway. So if people are calculating the halfway, Justin Bryce has gone, you know what, I'm not hanging around. I'm getting fresh tyres. I'm going to get out there, smash a few fast laps while you boys are still struggling on the old tyres. And then I'll just hope for the best towards the end. Troy Jaslowski back in the pits as well. He's serving his penalty. And there he is. They haven't replaced his front bumper. They should do it now, but maybe they can't service a car if...
Justin come out.
Alright, so where's Justin coming out at?
Behind Oppo, by the looks of it.
It looks like it, but that's a lap down now. Oh, Broadbent and who else?
No.
Spotto. Spotto, they're both in the pits now.
Well, okay, so here we go. This is going to be the fact that Craig's leaving, James Spotto's coming. So where's Flacky? He's on the back straight away.
Alright, so keep an eye on that because we're watching Broadbent come out. And
Eric Chan in as well.
yeah, Chandra's in. Broadbent out of the pit lane. Where is Flacky? Is he going to fall a lap down? We'll see where Flacky is. Here he comes down the main straight. He's just managed to stay out in front. Now, this is very important because this should tell the other guys that you should pit now. Otherwise, you're going to get lapped twice through that one pit stop for tyres. You've got to make it as clean as possible.
Flacky would be thinking right now, do I come in now or do I do one more lap and then come in?
Well, he calls himself the tyre whisperer, so... Oh, Oppadosano in now as well. And Troy Jaslowski in yet again. Probably unable to serve that penalty. Oh, Stoddard in.
As well. So I'd say Flacky may come in. If not, he may just stay out one more. That's the undercut that we're going to be looking for. I think Flacky's...
Here comes Broadbent. This is for position as well. Can Oppo get out in front? Yes, he does.
Alright, so now the only person will be left will be Flacky. So that will stay the positions how they are.
And Oppo's on, let's say, one lap fresher tyres. Stoddard just coming out of pit lane. And there goes Bryce and Chandra. That's racing position. Stoddard trying to get close to the back of those two. That's his race tonight, is to just chase those boys down for the rest, for the remaining 26 laps.
Flacky, I'd say, is... Flacky would probably has... There he is, so he's on the back straight away. Does he come in now that... Oh, hello, who's this?
Logan into the pits now. Flacky staying out. Spotto's already pitted. And he's just a lap down, but he's just going to take the pace of Flacky until Flacky goes in for his pit stop.
So Flacky hasn't gone in yet. Interesting. Flacky's got James Spotto behind him.
Spotto's wanting to unlap himself, but all he needs to do is be patient because Flack's still posting 52.7s.
I'm amazed that Flacky's not gone in yet.
Actually, he might do because Spotto's actually doing 52.1s. So Black is losing time. Here he goes. He's in. Pit limiter on. Locks it up.
This will be the interesting thing. Now we watch Flacky and see where Oppo and Craig will come out. This has got to be as perfect as anything. Got to hit that mark. Get it in. Nice and perfect. He
May have
stopped
hit
that.
it. Alright, so keep an eye on Oppo. Where is Oppo? They're going down the back straight. Very short stop for Scott Flack.
He's leaving now. This is going to be as close as anything.
Oppo's down the back straight.
There's Craig. Flacky's going to be out perfectly fine.
Plenty of time. He did have a lot of time up his sleeve. Currently holding a 10-second gap. Probably lost a bit of time with the couple of laps that he stayed out against Oppo, but will Flacky make that up again towards the end of the race? We will soon see.
There's Oppo and Craig just coming in the background. So Flacky got a big gap now.
Here's Bryce Stoddard and Chandra back for a three-way battle. That is for P5. Very interesting as Stoddard getting in the mix now, right in the middle of this battle. That pit stop really working for him.
Everybody's pitted. So now it's just a sprint race to the end.
Oh,
Cool.
Licciardi.
Wide then.
Licciardi just going wide on turn one.
How he gone, Craig? No, he had a look and then, he's down the inside. This is, Eric's got to keep it there. No, he'll close back up behind. Get that slipstream. Might get Craig down in the last corner. But then you got Justin Bryce there as well. Eric, gotta have a look. Nah, Craig closes the door and says, no way. Light up behind Craig. The SimHaus sponsor on the back of that car. Oh, Craig got right, and that's just let Eric go. Craig just gave Eric a free pass by putting the white wheel on the grass.
Definitely looked like he let him go there, but it wasn't the case. It's just that he got on the grass and was unable to get the power down, and Chandra took full advantage of that.
He'd be a very cranky boy underneath that race helmet right now saying, I've got to get this position back.
Scott Flack posting the fastest lap of the race once again, 51.435. Very consistent at the top end.
Flacky means business.
Well, he doesn't want to burn him up too early either, so that could cost him. He's only got 1 or 2 laps on those tyres ahead of the boys behind, so he needs to look after them still.
No, you don't want to be doing burning those tyres and have to come back in again.
Yeah.
Because that will just bring your race. And with the way the points are going to look after this, it's going to be a very, very tight point situation going into round 5. If it stays the way as it is, Flacky will have the round wing.
Well, he'll move up closer to the championship leader, which is what he wants, because he knows he favours the next couple of races.
Definitely indeed. And the next couple of races are going to be very interesting too.
Yeah, if we have a look at the calendar posted on our Discord channel, it is going to be Perth on the 4th of June. Barbagallo, and then Darwin. Whoa, some real tough tracks there.
Tough tracks and fast little race tracks too. Barbagallo is a good Barbagallo is a paperclip track, so that will be interesting.
That's Queensland Raceway you're thinking of.
Yep.
Actually,
Nah,
we are going to Queensland Raceway this year, which will be very, very exciting.
That paperclip track's a cool little racetrack, that is. Especially down the main straightaway.
That's going to be in August for round 8, so stay tuned for the round at Ipswich. Eric Chandra in P6. Licciardi into the pits. Is that for his second set of tyres? Is he struggling on those tyres, or is that his first stop? We'll see.
Justin Price just in the last corner got really sideways. You don't want to be doing too much of that. Justin's overdriving that car a little too much right now. And it's bringing Eric closer and closer to have a sniff at going and passing. Eric is right there, so Justin's just got to settle it down. Because Eric's getting very close and Justin doesn't want to overdrive it too much. Eric gets so close in the hairpin. And then Justin just drives away down the main straightaway. Eric was a bit slow coming out of the hairpin then.
Yeah, he went a bit wide there, costing him a bit of time, bit of a lock-up. Bryce was a bit cleaner on that lap alone. And we've noticed that Bryce is actually going through that hairpin a lot neater, a lot smoother. He was getting quite wild in race 1, it cost him a lot of time. But he's back in P5, happy to hold that position. But he's going to have to defend quite hard as Chandra is keeping him honest right there within 8 to 9 tenths behind. But looks a lot closer than that on track as they're right next to each other, battling it out.
Definitely indeed. Justin just got to keep it nice and cool. See Eric, he gets close in the hairpin and then... Oh, that was a lot more smoother than so he's a lot better in that hairpin then. He's a little closer, still not close enough to have a go down the last corner. If Eric can just keep it nice and close coming out of the hairpin, he might be able to have a go in the last corner here. But right now, Justin holding that position and doing really well.
Oh,
he just got a little
he's
sideways.
gone around.
And that's not Justin stepped on a little bit with the tyres, and that is gonna hurt.
So just watching Bryce come in now. Watch him just overshoot it here, locks up, gets sideways, holds on it, crossed up on the infield, and that's Chandra going through there.
Just a little mistake that you don't want to be doing. And that brought Craig even closer now too. Justin's just got to settle down. Now he's starting to overdrive. You don't want to do that. Because it brings Craig closer.
Yeah, Stoddard closing in. You don't want to be doing that. Just got to settle back in, Justin. Those tyre temps will come back down. Just got to nail those braking marker. Brake us slightly early and softer. Just get that car to rotate.
Well,
yeah, so we should give credit to the leader. Here he comes. Almost lapping up to P5. Of P6, I should say.
Right now.
Yeah, he's
Flacky.
lapping 51.3 now is the fastest lap of the race by Scott Flack. And
He did the pit stop well and it's played off.
He's putting half a second per lap on the guys behind, stretching that lead just under 11 seconds there now.
Because there's Oppo and Craig, they've just come across the start finish line. So Flacky's down the back straight away while they're coming into the hairpin. So Flacky's playing it nice and smart. He's doing what he needs to do to win a race. And he's just playing it well. He's catching these two boys at the back as well. Craig Stoddard and Eric Chandler, he's catching them, and Justin. So Flacky just playing it smart. Cool, calm underneath that helmet right now. He won't be pushing it. There's Oppo and Craig. They haven't really made any hint right now. These two boys have been locked together pretty much a lot of the seasons that we've raced. They've always been together. Kind of something that me and Brad used to do back in the days. We were locked together racing.
Yeah, I think Broadbent is just happy to sit there for now, but watch him close up with about 5-10 laps to go. He'll start showing his intention clear to Oppo, because I'm sure Broadbent just wants to save his tyres right at the very end, because Oppo's been struggling towards the back of each race on those tyres, and he's fallen back a few times. But hopefully he's got his head down now, and will finish in P2 for Scott Flack's sake anyway.
It's also points as well. If you just take podiums and that, you're making more points, and the more points go to the end of the year when we get to Adelaide, and points mean everything in this championship right now. Unless you drop 2 points, the boys do have to drop their 2 worst rounds throughout the year. So Craig will probably think that this will probably be his not so good round. And you'll just sit back there, nice and calm and relax, and see what Oppo does and see what Flacky does, and just pick the pieces and say, okay, well, we'll just get some points and make us nice in the championship. You don't want to be over driving in the first 5 rounds of the championship, because you just will be not so good at the end of the championship when the points mean everything. And basically, points do mean everything in this championship right now.
Yeah, well, there's a smaller field, so it's very important to bank the higher points, because when it gets crowded at the front, it affects your championship points towards the end, like you said. And it's, you know, to finish first you must finish. And these guys have been showing up each round, and we are looking for new drivers. So if you do want to join us, you are more than welcome to get on to our YouTube channel. Get down to the description. It's got our Discord channel link there. You're more than welcome to join us at any round. Hopefully the next round at Barbagallo, and get onto the R Factor platform and come race with us following the V8 series for 2025.
Not only that, the points when you do the normal sprint round that we do, then we get into the enduros. The enduros pay more points too. So you want to, like you said, you want to bank the points well and make sure you've got that little buffer. So when we go into Bathurst and Sandown, with paying with bigger points, you're gonna want to be perfect at Sandown and Bathurst, because then you're gonna have more points. There's more points up for grabs, and you're going to extend that championship as well. So if you're in front, for argument's sake, and we get the Bathurst and it's 40 points for the first, it's going to make you be a little bit more in the points than what the nearest rivalry is. So you want to bank them just right in these sprint races that we have at the moment.
Yeah, very much so. The enduro rounds are double points, and very important to show up on those ones. 2-hour races they turn out to be, or 90-minute races I should say, around Bathurst, very long. These guys have got direct drive wheels and they struggle. They're all already complaining after race 1, Dave, that their arms are already gone, because I mean, as much as there's a couple of straights, that you're working the wheel the whole time.
You don't really get a rest on this track either, especially when you got the straights and that, but it's more the hairpins and then the corners. You're really up on the wheel and you have to hold it, and you can't have a break for more than a second. If you have a break for a second, you got to spear off, say down the back straightaway or in the last corner. So you really have to work the steering wheel and make sure that you've got that perfect thing to be right, because here at Symmons Plains you don't get much of a break.
No, you get this straight here, but which you can relax your fingers a little bit, but after this it's all on through this section, all the way through turn 2, 3 and down towards the hairpin.
And you're constantly changing gears as well, and it's the fact that you want to be changing gears, and then you're straight, like you said, you'll probably get a couple seconds with your fingers to just rest them a little bit, but then you're straight back into changing gears, and then you're changing gears pretty quick as anything. Turn 1 is like I think it's the first gear. Turn 2, I tend to 1 first or second down in the hairpin here, and then you just punching the gears out down the back straightaway until you get to the last corner, and it's straight back to the gear changing again. So you just gotta, every little second I guess you get to have that little rest, but then you're straight back into it.
It's also quite difficult with a larger crowd as well. It's not too bad tonight because we do have a reduced field, but you know, back in the day we had 16, 20 drivers around this circuit, so you're constantly lapping and sorting out how you're going to pass the other cars, and that affected your position and how much time you had to the driver behind. As we can see, Craig Stoddard closing in on Justin Bryce now.
Definitely, indeed. I remember the car counts that we had here, and almost the cars were almost back in the last corner when we were starting races. So you definitely, and not only that, you go into turn one and someone makes just a slight mistake and almost takes out half the field. So the car count tonight is, we're a little down, like you said, but it's good to see the boys still showing up and putting a show on for everybody out in the world. Hope they're all enjoying watching it, because I certainly am here in the commentary box right now. There's Flacky just going through the hairpin. Flacky's just nice and relaxed right now.
Yeah, he's in his zone. He's lapping in the 51.9s. The rest are in the 52.7s. So that lead extending each lap. We only have 8 laps to go. So we are in the window where I predict that Broadbent will start making a move. He is also very good on tyres. So is he just saving it until now, or is that his limit? Has he been trying to catch Oppadasano the whole night, and he's just spent all his rubber and got nothing left for the end of the race? But he looks quite smooth through there. But these two are lapping exactly the same lap times.
Maybe now might be the fact that he starts pushing. Like I said, he looks pretty smooth, but he might be just closing that gap a little closer. But Oppo at the moment, he's doing pretty well. He's just driving to his knowledge as well. He ain't no former series champion for nothing. So he's just driving that car the way he wants to drive it, checking his rear view mirror to make sure that Craig's not close enough to have a go or anything. And Craig's just sitting back there making sure that Oppo doesn't make any mistakes. And you don't really want to make mistakes with 8 laps left to go, because if you make a mistake with 8 laps, actually your race is pretty much done for the night, and it just gives the guy in third a chance to finish a bit higher in the points, and you don't want that. So Craig right now is just sitting back there, nice and relaxed, picking his ass in, letting the last couple of laps come to him, and see what happens, if he can do anything. If not, he'll happily take a third place, and Oppo will finish second. They're all pretty spread out right now, so basically they've done well tonight. The boys have really had a different go. They were pretty calm in race 1. The boys have really put something on for race 2, and Craig just then went through there nice and smooth as anything then, and got there out of that hairpin really well. So he hasn't made too much gain, but he has got a little bit closer to Oppo.
Yeah, I've just noticed about 2/10 there on that lap, just towards the hairpin. So he's got 5 laps to go. Is this the marker where he's going to start pushing as they cross the line? Broadbent on a 52.6, Oppo on a 52.7, so nothing in it between those two. And
Craig looks faster than Oppo does right now.
Yeah. Well, he needs to make a move. It's 2.5 seconds. Even if you're putting half a second on, then he still needs 5 laps to get that done. So he's not doing enough at the moment to make any position change. But this means this is for the round win. He just needs 1 more position to get the round win. Otherwise, it looks like it's going to go to Scott Flack at this point, with 5 laps to go.
Right now, the positions will stay how they are. The Flacky will win the race if nothing happens, and Oppo will finish second, and I think Craig will stay where he is. So I'd say that Flacky's doing everything right now to have one hand on the round trophy, but with still a couple laps to go, anything can happen.
Yeah, the battle between Chandra and Bryce, that's stretched right out now. Chandra's solid in race 2, currently in P5. Justin Bryce falling back. Chandra getting stuck with some drivers in race 1, and it cost him a lot. We can see he's lapping in the 53.9s. Well, that one was a 52.7, so he must have lost a lot of time in that previous lap. But he's back into the rhythm. 52.7's not too bad. That's definitely race pace. but that is Scott Flack right behind him. So Justin Bryce in P6 is lapping in the 54.4s there, or that lap. So that may have been a mistake.
Oppo's behind Craig Goddard too. So Oppo will pass Craig nice and perfect in the hairpin very shortly. Craig will just let Oppo go. You'll see the blue flags and not. Craig just won a little wide. No harm there. Craig Broadband will be the next to pass Craig Goddard very shortly.
Yeah, so Stoddard just nicely moving out of the way so Oppo can go up the inside. There's Broadbent behind, but Rob Logan in P8 for the Bendix Camaro there.
James Spotto in front of him.
That's not for race position. Spotto is up in P4.
Okay.
So, in P9, it's Ross Licciardi. We saw him at the start of the race out in front, pumping hard, keeping the lap times in front of his cousin and teammate, Daniel Opedasano, but just come undone, and he lost a lot of spots there. And then we've got Troy Cieslawski rounding out your top 10, and he's got the front plane, front panel replaced as well.
I say he had to probably pit a couple of times to get that back, because he'd go back in the pit earlier when Flacky went in there. And speaking of Flacky, he got past Eric Chandler. That wasn't for position, that would have just been for Eric to have the blue flag and Flacky to just go past nicely.
So Flacky's lapped everyone up to P4 at the moment, because Chandler's in P5.
That's incredible.
So the top four still on the lead lap. I don't think we've got 2 laps to go. We're on the second last lap. How's that battle with Broadbent's dropping off? Look at that. So it was just on the 2 seconds. Now we're up to 3 seconds. So it looks like this position's going to hold.
Craig's tyres have gone off if that's the case then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Craig was getting even closer and closer back a couple of laps when we were on board with Oppo and that, and now that Craig's fallen back, Flacky's just got to do everything right and he will win the round here at Symmons playing tonight. Not by much, but it'll be 1 point the difference in the round. But Flacky will be happy to take the round tonight. He's just got to come, he's just got to coast around, drive nice and easy.
We are on the final lap. Flacky with an 18-second lead over P2, dominating. Showed it up in practice that he was the faster guy. Everyone was worried, but had fluffed the start in race 1, and he's showed his dominance in race 2. Look at that gap he's put on the rest of the field as he comes around the second last corner to take the checkered flag. Here he comes, Scott Flack crossing the line. Well deserved, fantastic effort. Got the early run and just stretched out the whole field there. Opedasano doing well. He would have been panicking having the championship leader right behind him the whole race, but he's done another great job. Opedasano taking P2, and that brings us to Broadbent taking home P3. All right, where's James Spotto in all this? He's come around the final 2 corners now.
Well done to James Spotto, he'll be happy with that.
Absolutely, that's 2 P4s for him, and that's P4 in the championship for him as well now.
Eric Chandler will finish in 5th. Eric will be happy with just claw some points back and come through the... Oh, Eric just lock it up in the last corner. He'll just coast it through the last corner and be happy for... Oh no, he got in the pit.
What's he doing?
Okay.
Is he going to lose that position to Justin Bryce?
I'd say he might.
Or have we been lapped already? Sorry, we've already collected the checkered flag. So he already... Well, remember Scott Flack lapped everyone up to P4.
Oh, yep.
So Eric Chandler was P5. Okay, so Spotto's out. The leader is... No, here he is.
Flacky just leaving his mark. He's saying, I own Symmons playing, I'm just going to leave it and put my name on the car. Good job, Flacky, well done.
Congratulations to Scott Flack taking out the round wins, Dave, and the race 2 as well. Very dominated. Symmons Plains,
Yep.
obviously one of his favourite circuits. Will this be similar job for Barbagallo, do you think?
With the way Flacky showed that tonight, anything is possible. If Flacky gets a good start at Barbagallo, I say he'll do the exact same thing what he did here tonight.
Okay, so with Scott Flack, the last person on track, coming into pit lane now. There he is. Congratulations to him, and that is race 2. And the session results, race results now. It is Scott Flack taking the race 2 win and the round win. Congratulations for Superflow Racing, the number 46, ahead of Daniel Opadasano in the Butterbing Motorsport. 98 entry, solid job for him to finish in front of championship leader Craig Broadbent in P3. And as I said before, halfway through the second race, if it stays the way it is, it's going to be 1 point separating the top 3 drivers. So very tight racing tonight at Symmons Plains. James Spotto collecting yet another 4th place ahead of Eric Chandra, who gained a spot over Justin Bryce through the latter part of race 2. Justin Bryce finishing in P6. Craig Stoddard, solid up there, moves up a couple of spots into P7. Rob Logan got tapped off, unfortunately, and that put him behind the 8 ball pretty early. And Ross Licciardi having a couple of pit stops, pushing him back down the field. And Troy Cieslawski also having a couple of pit stops after that front bumper coming off at the hairpin, needing replacing, and receiving a pit lane penalty as well. So not a good race for Troy, but he's loves the racing and happy to turn up week in, week out. So if we look at the next race for the championship, it is round 5, Dave, at Barbagallo on June 4. So make sure you tune into that one. And
That's going to be a good race, that is.
yeah, we've got some exciting news, a new league coming, something you will want to be part of. So make sure you hit that Discord link and get on board, get up with the info, or follow our SimHaus Facebook page or Instagram. All the details are there. Make sure you hit the links, follow and like, and be part of the community. Happy to have you along. All right, so thank you very much, Dave. Really appreciate your commentary tonight. And
As always, I enjoyed it and look forward to the next round.
yeah, hope to see you all there. It's till then, it's good night from us. Good night.